Okay, thank you, sir. Very good evening to all the students first, because this session is for you all, and to all the faculty members, those who have joined for this session. And thank you, ma'am, for that wonderful introduction. So I would just, with your permission, would like to share my screen, ma'am.
Yeah, sure, ma'am, you can.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, can you just confirm whether the screen is visible, ma'am?
Yes,
Yes, it is.
it's
Yeah.
visible.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Okay. So, as ma'am said, we are here to tell you about the innovation and startup ecosystem. So, I hope that you all are aware of these words: innovation, startup, research, entrepreneurships. So, nowadays, these have become very fancy words, right? But what we are planning today is, first, I will try to tell you something about these initiatives and some facts about it, and what is the need and what is the problem with the present situations. And once I make you aware of the situation, sir will definitely tell you about the ecosystem which is readily available for you all. So that will be our flow. So now, as I said, we all know about what exactly is innovation, and what, as you all are management students, you know what is a startup and what is a business means and what are the difficulties, everything you are aware of. But you need to know what is the need of today. Okay, now when you talk about research, right, you think that, okay, research means studying something, finding about something, right? And then also you come about the word innovation, right? Now see, nowadays everything is important from the finance part, right? What is about the gain, what you get in monetary terms. So when you talk about research, research is something in which you spend money to get the knowledge. Okay, you have to spend it, you have to, either in money also you have to spend, you have to spend your time, and then only you will gain that knowledge. So what with this knowledge, you have given a lot of efforts to gain that knowledge, but this knowledge which you have gained by spending money, now you can use this knowledge to get money, and that is innovation. Okay, so this is basically, if you want to relate with monetary terms, this is the actual meaning what you can take for research and innovation. So once you do innovation, definitely you can earn money. So either you can go for patenting, and then you can have money with that patents given to others, or you can use your own innovation to build your startup, right? So that is more important rather than taking giving your innovation for others benefit. It is always suitable that you use your innovation and go and develop your own startup, right? Now, when you talk about startup, you should know what are the different phases of startup, right?
Richa
So,
ma'am,
yes,
sorry to
ma'am.
interrupt you. Can you put on your camera?
Yes, ma'am,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. Uh, just a minute. Yeah. Am I visible, ma'am?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So when you talk about startup, you should know what are the different phases of startup. See, I believe that even though you don't know, we all Indians have the capability that anyone, right? We can see that the villagers are also having startups, right? They are also running some or the other business. But if you do it in a more technical way, if you know, have you have it in a more classified and everything justified with some theories, I am damn sure that your startup is going to have more success rate. So that is the purpose why you're learning all these things, right? So when you talk about the startup, it has different phases. The first phase is the ideation, right? You should get the idea which startup you are going to create, or which you are going to start, what you are going to serve, right? So that idea is very, very important, and your success and your failure of your startup is going to depend upon the idea behind your startup, right? Now once you have decided, okay, that this will be the startup which I am going to make, and you will be becoming and using it, the next phase is the proof of concept. Because always it happens that, okay, I have decided, okay, that I will open a restaurant, right? But I should do those research and those surveys. I should execute it. I'm talking about from the point of making a startup without any innovation, right? If it is an innovation, if you're developing something, you need to test it first, that whatever you have developed, whatever you are claiming that okay, this is going to give this benefit, whether it is actually going to provide that benefit or not. So you have to prove first that whatever idea you have generated, whether it is going to give what you are desiring it to give, right? So that is your proof of concept. So once you have proved okay, this is going to work, and it is going to whatever you are estimating, okay, that this is going to solve this problem or that problem, so that you have to prove first. Once you have done that, then again there is a another stage that you build a prototype of it, right? So everything is now again on paper, right? So now you have to build a prototype and actually see whether whatever you are claiming is actually going to solve the purpose or not. Once all this is done, then you can go for the final product. Now this complete phase of startup is presented in a technical way, right? So that is called as technology readiness levels. So there are different levels which have been defined for the complete phase of startup, right from the ideation to the stage when your product is deliverable to the market, right? Now in these stages of the product development, it is saying that whenever you are, so if you can relate this with the phases of startup also. So initial first two levels are the your ideation level, then your readiness level from 2 to 4 will be your proof of concept and your prototyping making. And once you have developed the prototype, that is about the TRL stage, that is 5 or 6. At this stage it is always advised that you go for pitching of your idea and getting some finance for your startup. So at least you have to do these first 6 stages properly, and then only you can have that confidence, okay, that my ideation or my concept is going to work, and I can claim, I can request some companies to get finance, and then only they will believe you. If you are going to the company or any investor at a 0 or 1 state, nobody is going to give you a finance unless until you give them your proof of concept and you tell them no, this is going to work. So after the level say 5 or 6, then only you will be in a stage of getting funds, and you will develop the confidence that your startup is going to work. Now once this is being done, now what is the present situation is there are many factors which come up into the development of a startup, right? And you have to carefully look into each and every element of startups. Now I will be talking about the success of a startup and what is the reason for a failure of a startup, right? Now when you talk about a startup, there are different elements, right? First thing is the idea. Your idea has to be good. Then what is that? Your team which you are developing for the your startup, that has to be very good, right? Then the business model which you are making, that has to be very good. Then funding, definitely. See, all this I cannot say that this is important, this is important. Everything is going to be playing a very vital role in the success of your startup, right? So funding is also very important. And then is the timing, right? This is also very important. For example, if I'm going to develop something to which is going to solve the COVID problem, and if I'm giving a solution after 2 years, there is no point in giving the solution. So you should, if you are addressing some real life problem, you should be quick, and you should give a solution before someone else gives a solution to it, right? So the timing is also very important. If all these five of things are working together, it is very much probable that your startup is going to be a success. Okay. Now talking about this, if we, I just wanted to give you one more idea about that what is the present situation, right? Now if you talk about the global scenario presently, you can see that India is having lot of potential, right? If you see among the number of startups, we are standing at the third position. I'm talking about number of startups, right? We are having lot of startups in India, and we are competing with Israel, right? But if you see the figures of some patents and something else, it is very less, right? Now this stage which we can see right now, just for an example, at present there are around 51,000 institutes in India, right? Out of this 50,000 institutes in India, only 2 to 3% institutes have adopted this innovation policy. Now why we are concentrating on institutes is, this is actually you are going to play an important role in the development or in the developing those startups, right? Because you are going to pass out from the college, you are going to do a job, or you will be going into developing your own enterprise. So the base is the institute, where we can just find out that okay, this student is having that zeal that he can become an entrepreneur. So we will identify that, we will motivate that person, we will give him all that support. So what we are doing is we are just the torch bearers, right? So we will be trying to show you the path, right? So we, this initiative has been taken that all the institutes which are there in India, they have to motivate their students so that they can become successful entrepreneurs, because we have that potential, we have a lot of population here. So you just imagine that if at presently if there are only 2 to 3% institutes out of 50,000 institutes, those who are doing this initiative, just imagine that if it has been increased to 30%, I think we can even compete United States in number of startups. So this is to just tell you that we have the potential. What is lagging is that initiative, that motivation. And I know all of you are always, we are afraid that okay, kya hoga agar fail ho gaya to, okay? So that only I want to tell you is that failure will happen if you're not planning it properly. If you are aware of all the techniques, if you know everything, if you do your well study before you start your own business, the failure chances is going to be very less, okay? So we are here to motivate you that you instead of working for someone else, you should be employers rather than employees, okay? So this is the present situation. Now if you talk about the Indian ecosystem, if you see this statistics, around less than the entrepreneurs or the startups which are there in India, the age distribution is that around 20% of the entrepreneurs are less than 25 years, and around 31% of the entrepreneurs are ranging between 26 to 30 years. So this is the statistics which can tell you that it is not that okay, after 15 to 20 years of experience then मैं सोचूंगा कि startup करना है कि नहीं, पहले I will gain the experience. No, you, if you have that initiative, you can become an entrepreneur even after you pass out from your college. If you see the educational qualifications of the start entrepreneurs, we can see that okay, 50% of the entrepreneurs are from engineering background, but 25% are from MBA, and others are taking care of the 25%. So professional knowledge is actually plays a very vital role in the success of the startup, and you are the professionals, okay? So you can definitely have a very successful startup if you think of it, okay? Then if you see the student startups, means the startups which students have done it after their educational qualification, it has increased from 350 to 450, right? So there also we can find that there is an increase in the number of startups. And if we think from the perspective of gender, we can see that okay, yeah, there are less females right now, but I'm 100% sure that within some years we will have this percentage of the female entrepreneurs are also going to increase. Okay, now this is all everything what I have told you about the present scenario. Now looking into this, see, we have that potential, right? What I am telling you again and again is you just need that hand holding, right? So in order to support this, support you all, the Ministry of Educations have developed that ecosystem that sir is going to explain within some time, and they have provided many initiatives, right? So this can be categorized as they have provided some national platforms where you can get some funds, you can showcase your ideas, and you will be getting that support. So you can use the national platform for your benefit. Even then, apart from this also, what happens is whenever you let's suppose we are giving you an ecosystem, so there always can be some conflict of interest, right? In order to avoid all these conflicts, even there are some policies which have been formulated so that there will be no problems whenever there will be some ecosystem which you are going to handle with, right? Apart from this, there are many innovative courses also which the Ministry of Educations have taken an initiative which you can take the advantage. And apart from all this, they have formulated this ISC at many HEIs, right? And this is going to be basically a hand holding. So we are not on the other side of the table, we are along with you for your success stories, right? Now this is what is the ecosystem. So if you think from a educational institute, as I always say that without the students and the faculty, nothing is going to work, right? So the students and the faculty or the scientists are going to are the base of that ecosystem. And this complete educational institute is going to be you can say a channel between the problems. It is going to link you with the society and the industry to so that you can acquire the problems for which you can give a solution, and that solution can turn up into a startup. It will give you all the supporting structures so that you can develop your startup. And once you have developed your own startup, it is going to also help you to transfer it to the market, right? So this ecosystem is being developed, right? And it is being developed at your institute also, our institute also, which is going to help you a lot in your success path. Now all I have talked about success. Now I know there are some failures also, right? So when you talk about failures, the other side of the coin is, yes, we see that many of the startups fail at the early stage. It may happen that around 40 to 50% of the startups are getting are facing failure in the initial 1 or 2 years of the startup, right? And this is the reason why many of them are afraid of going for a startup. They say, no, no, Baba, it is better that, okay, at least I will earn something. I know that this much money is going to come at the end of the month, but if it is a startup, I don't know whether it will be a failure, it will be lost, everything will be lost. So that fear is there, right? So I agree that there are some failures, but as I told you, if you plan properly, if you are aware that why a startup is going to fail, if you study that, I am sure that it is not going to be a failure for you all. So if you do a proper planning, right? If you make yourself upgraded with all those business models, all those techniques, what you should look before you start, the possibility of failure is going to reduce a lot. Okay, so these are some of the reason why are the startups are generally failing. But I would advise you, don't I know that you all if you plan properly, you are not going to fall into this category. Okay, so these are some of the statistics. Yes, they fail. These are some of the reasons, because maybe it may be because of lack of funding, but the biggest reason for the failure of the startups is that your survey is not properly. So if you do the market survey properly, the possibility of the failures reduce a lot, right? And this don't you don't have to do only at the start point. This market survey you have to do it from start till your startup exits. So always you should be aware of the market scenario, so then the failure chances are going to be very less. So at this stage, right, I know you all are from management background, so only one takeaway what I would like to tell you is, just try to think out of the box. Okay, if you all, whether it is design stage, it is marketing, it is sales, it is advertising, whatever you are trying to do, is if you are thinking out of the box, you are definitely going to stand ahead of your competitors. Okay, so in order to prove this, I just have a small example. I don't know whether you are aware of it. Do you know about the greatest interception ever? Yes, in the chat box, do you are aware, anybody aware of this? I'm not able to see the chat box. Anybody is aware of that greatest interception ever? Mm.
Nothing so far in the chat box.
Okay, just for a hint, actually this happened in an event where there were around 70 companies involved. It was an event for 3 hours, and it was an ad budget of 450 crores of rupees, right? Right. But instead of this, a company which whose ad budget was zero, they could increase their sale profit by 70%. So this is an event which is the greatest interception ever, where this could happen because that company has thought out of the box. So I will just try play a small video in order to make you aware of what this is. I don't know whether you know about it, this company or not. It happened in 2016. Okay, it's fine. I will show you that, and I think you will be very excited to know about that. And this is one of the example where just thinking out of the way you can reach the success. So I will just try to play a small video. Uh, are you able to hear it? Just a minute, huh?
No.
Now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
2015 में मार्केटिंग की क्लास में एक नया लेसन पढ़ाया गया। ऑटोमोबाइल कंपनी वॉल्वो ने एक ऐसा मार्केटिंग स्टंट किया जिसके बारे में ना तो पहले कभी किसी ने सुना था ना ही सोचा था, लेकिन उन्होंने ऐसा किया क्या? लेट्स डाइव इनटू द डिटेल्स। अगर आपको लगता है कि हम इंडियंस क्रिकेट वर्ल्ड कप को लेकर पागल हैं, तो अभी तो टीवी ब्रॉडकास्ट ऑफ द ईयर। और अमेरिकंस में सुपर बोल की ऑब्सेशन की हद तो ये है कि दे लाइक टू कॉल इट द वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप, इवन दो इसमें पार्टिसिपेट सिर्फ अमेरिकन ही करते हैं। नार्सिसिस्ट मच? एनीवे, हर साल इसी ऑब्सेशन की वजह से बड़ी बड़ी कंपनीज को एक बार फिर से करोड़पति बनने का मौका मिल जाता है, और उनकी मार्केटिंग टीम्स और एड एजेंसीज व्यूअर्स के इसी इमोशन को मोनेटाइज करने की जद्दोजहद में लग जाती हैं। दैट इज प्रिसाइजली व्हाई सुपर बोल के दौरान चलने वाले 30-30 सेकंड के एड स्लॉट्स भी करोड़ों रुपए के बिकते हैं। नाउ ऑब्वियसली 2015 के सुपर बोल से पहले भी सभी बड़े ऑटोमोबाइल ब्रांड्स जैसे मर्सिडीज बेंज, लेक्सस, निसान, टोयोटा, फिएट, इन सभी ने इस अपॉर्चुनिटी का फायदा उठाने की पूरी कोशिश की। Their collective expenditure for just one day Super Bowl ads came out to be $60 million, यानी 450 करोड़ रुपए। अरे इतने में सिर्फ आपके लिए क्या, आपके पूरे रिश्तेदारों के लिए गाड़ियां आ जाती। लेकिन इन सभी ब्रांड्स के साथ कुछ वैसा ही हुआ जैसे 3 इडियट्स में चतुर के साथ, क्योंकि असल में टॉपर तो रैंचो निकला। मतलब इतनी प्लानिंग, इतना खर्चा किया, लेकिन मार्केटिंग की रेस जीता कौन? वॉल्वो। वॉल्वो ने डिसाइड कर लिया था कि वो सुपर बोल के दौरान एड्स पर कोई खर्चा नहीं करने वाले। रादर उन्होंने एक कॉन्टेस्ट अनाउंस किया। सुपर बोल से कुछ दिन पहले एक टीवी एड के थ्रू उन्होंने एक कॉन्टेस्ट की अनाउंसमेंट की। In this contest, you had a chance to win a brand new Volvo XC60 with just a tweet. आपको करना बस ये था कि आप टीवी पर सुपर बोल के दौरान जब भी किसी दूसरी कार की एड देखें, तो वॉल्वो को ट्वीट करके बताएं कि आप वॉल्वो XC60 किसके लिए जीतना चाहते हैं और क्यों। That's it. बस फिर तो ये न्यूज ऐसे स्प्रेड हुई जैसे 2020 में कोरोना वायरस। एक्चुअली वॉल्वो का ये करने के पीछे लॉजिक बहुत सिंपल था। They simply wanted to divert people's attention from other car brands towards their own. यानी टीवी पर जब भी किसी दूसरी कार की एड आए, तो लोग वो कार की एड देखने के बजाय वॉल्वो को ट्वीट करने में बिजी हो जाएंगे। इसीलिए इस कैंपेन की टैगलाइन थी Their commercials are cars। अरे ये तो वही बात हुई ना कि पबजी में सबसे ज्यादा हेडशॉट्स लगाएं आप और चिकन डिनर ले जाए कोई और। And guess what? It worked. And how? To say that people went crazy about this contest would be an understatement. Volvo was getting up to 2,000 tweets in every minute. उस पूरी गेम के दौरान सिर्फ 3 घंटे में वॉल्वो को 55,000 से भी ज्यादा ट्वीट्स आए। अब आप खुद ही सोचिए, जहां बाकी सब ब्रांड्स को एडवर्टाइजमेंट के लिए सिर्फ 30 सेकंड के कुछ स्लॉट्स मिले, वहीं वॉल्वो ट्विटर पर ग्लोबली ट्रेंडिंग टॉपिक रहा। They completely changed the conversation around Super Bowl. Now, let us try to analyze how exactly they did it. सबसे पहले तो सुपर बोल से 2 दिन पहले वॉल्वो ने इस कॉन्टेस्ट के बारे में अवेयरनेस स्प्रेड करने के लिए जिमी किमेल लाइव शो पर एक वॉल्वो XC60 डोनेट कर दी। जिमी ने फर्दर एक गिव अवे के थ्रू इस कार को अपने एक व्यूअर को दे दिया। इससे व्यूअर्स में इस कॉन्टेस्ट के बारे में अवेयरनेस भी आ गई और ढेर सारी एक्साइटमेंट भी। सेकेंडली, वॉल्वो ने अपने कंपेटिटर्स के एड स्लॉट्स को यूज किया टू ग्रैब द व्यूअर्स अटेंशन। इसकी वजह से दे हैड देयर ब्रांड ट्रेंडिंग ऑन ट्विटर एवरी टाइम देयर वाज अ कार एडवर्टाइजमेंट ऑन टीवी। एंड लास्टली, वॉल्वो ने इस कैंपेन के लिए ट्विटर को चूज किया, जो कि एक बहुत पॉपुलर सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म है। मतलब इसमें पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए आपको किसी दूसरे प्लेटफॉर्म पर जाने की जरूरत ही नहीं। ऑल यू हैड टू डू वाज टेक आउट योर फोन, ओपन योर ट्विटर अकाउंट, राइट अ ट्वीट, ऐड द हैशटैग वॉल्वो कॉन्टेस्ट एंड डन। दैट्स इट। इस कैंपेन के बाद अगले ही महीने वॉल्वो सॉ अ 70% इंक्रीज इन द सेल ऑफ इट्स XC60 मॉडल। लेकिन पिक्चर अभी बाकी है मेरे दोस्त। Volvo also scored $200 million in earned media impressions. मतलब इस कैंपेन की वजह से Volvo को इतनी मीडिया कवरेज मिली जिसके लिए अदरवाइज उन्हें 1500 करोड़ रुपए खर्च करने पड़ते हैं। Now, credit where it's due. Volvo की मार्केटिंग टीम और उनकी एड एजेंसी ग्रे, जिन्होंने इतना क्रिएटिव मार्केटिंग स्टंट डिजाइन किया, उनकी इसी इंजीनियस स्टंट की वजह से उन्हें कांस में 2 अवार्ड्स भी मिले। That is exactly why this is called the greatest interception ever. अगर कोई मुझे इस कैंपेन को एक वर्ड में डिस्क्राइब करने के लिए कहे तो आई वुड से जीनियस।
Okay, so this actually why I played this video is, see, with zero investment, literally there was zero investment. They have to just give some of the cars to some few people, those who have tweeted it. They could lot of advantage they got. So this was only that they try to think out of the box. So this was with respect to adding, right? But you can do it at any stage of your startup development. You just think a bit different, and definitely you can grab the market. Okay, so with these words I would just try to stop my discussion, and I will hand over the session to Vaidya sir. Yes, over to you, Vaidya sir.
Okay, so I hope I am audible and visible as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I will start where Richa Madam has left. So generally, it is when we talk about innovation or startup, we think that there has to be some product. But by looking at this particular video, it was the most innovative thing done in marketing, and with the zero cost, like they were able to make it grand success, and they basically took the risk. Their company trusted the marketing team and the things which they were doing. So with this example, like you should also trust in yourself. It need not to be a product. It need not to be something like very different. You just need to think different and get your idea correct, and then you can always succeed. So for doing this, like in most of the manpower, our young manpower is studying in the institution like yours and us. Very few, like 0.5% of the people study in IITs or NITs. But the most of the innovative minds in India are studying in colleges like us. So what this Ministry of Innovation, Ministry of Education has done in collaboration with AICTE, they have come up with the something called as MHRD's Innovation Cell. Earlier it was MHRD, now it is Ministry of Education. So there are some programs under which they suppose like we are supposed to uh, register our colleges or our institutions are basically get hand holding our students, faculty member, and every stakeholder of the institution get hand holding through this particular initiative of the government. Like this session we are conducting, we have been trained, Richa Madam and me, and along with 4 more colleagues, we have been trained in program something called as Innovation Ambassadors. So you might have seen that in title slide. We have gone through the rigorous training, and we are supposed to disseminate the knowledge which we have got to our community, faculty community and student community. So all of your institute has already registered under IIC, and this activity is being conducted in under institutions innovation set. Okay, so there are many initiatives in which you can participate. As I said, it need not to be a product. It can be just an idea, and from that idea, you can go ahead and have your own company and give employment to other people who are in search of it. So one of the initiatives which is there from this is Smart India Hackathon. You might have heard lots of news about this. Prime Minister himself addresses in each edition of the Smart Data Hackathons. It is going on since last 4 to 5 years, and students are participating, and through this I&E culture is getting developed at the institutions. Then Institution Innovation Council, I will not talk more about this. Then there is Atal ranking of institutions on innovation achievements. Basically, it gives some ranking to the institutions based on the innovation or the startup culture which they have. This mainly comes from the students' achievements, faculty achievements related to the startup and innovation culture. So your institute is also part of this. Then National Innovation and Startup Policy, something they call it as. I will discuss this thing in coming slides. Then there is something called as Kapila. I am not sure whether from management college you file some patents or something, but you can always file some patents. And under this initiative, there are some facilities which are being provided by the Government of India and YMO's Innovation Cell. Then there is a portal called as Yukti 2.0. This is the most useful thing which I will talk in coming slides. And then there are other initiatives such as Asian India Hackathon or Drug Discovery Hackathon. During this COVID time, as Richa Madam has said, the timing needs to be very accurate when you want to start something. So they come up with the Drug Discovery Hackathon during the initial days of the COVID situation. And recently, there was a toycathon which was conducted. Like toycathon, people usually, like people earlier said that ye kya hai, toycathon kya hai? But it's a $1 billion industry. Like in India, there are no or very less manufacturers who are producing toys in India. Most of the toys or most of the concepts come from outside in India. So government taken this initiative and they decided there is a scope, there is a much more opportunity for our students to go into this particular field and build their businesses or build their startups using this particular initiative. So IIC, you know that it's Innovation Institutions Innovation Council, and we do many startup and innovation related activities under this particular initiative. Now Yukti 2.0, there was earlier, like 4 or 5 years back, they come up with Yukti 1.0, and now they have come up with Yukti 2.0. Basically, what is this is, they give us a platform for students, faculty, staff, institution, incubator like our PCI or startups to showcase their product. What they are basically trying to do here is they are trying to bridge the gap between investors and innovators. Like on this particular portal, you can individually register, your institute can also register on this particular portal. But for students, let us say if I want to submit an innovation, but I don't have any idea from where I will get investors and where to pitch my idea. So this is the portal where you go. You can log in, you can fill up some basic information and put up your idea or innovation there. And what this portal does is, depending on your area of your innovation or idea, it brings some investors or some angel investors into your contact. And then of course you have to present it, you have to justify it, and then there are chances that you will get funding. So there are opportunities which they provide, networking opportunities or pitching opportunities, because as a new person, there are like people say, yahan pe ek incubator hai, wahan pe, but we do not know how to approach these particular people who can give us funding, who can provide us funding. So pitching opportunities you will get through this portal. You can browse through as a let us say if I'm an investor, I will browse through the database. I will find out a very good idea to fund, and I can then go ahead and take stakes in that particular company or that particular idea. So it's a win-win situation for both the parties, like innovators and investors. So this portal, you can just browse it and register through this particular portal. Under this, you have to submit a technology disclosure form. Like you have to disclose what is your idea. And then of course, after that only the investors will be able to judge your idea and see. Okay. So people usually ask, you might know all these things already. What is business plan? It is plan lays out a written plan for marketing or financial and all those things. Okay, so why do we need to submit business plan? Because investors need to know what is your plan and how you are going to go ahead with your idea, and how do you plan to execute that particular idea. How much market study you have done. They say that the market study will never end. At the start, in the beginning, at the end, in the middle, everywhere, every time you have to go and do the market study. So all these things will be judged based on this, and then they will be asked to have a pitch deck. Pitch deck is basically a small 10 slides presentation in which you pitch your idea or you try to impress the investors. This is our idea. This is my market. These are my customers, and to which I am planning to sell my product. Here, like never say that the whole world is my customer. ऐसा कभी होता नहीं है. When you go to Facebook, you will see that there are age groups on which those ads are targeted. Like the ads on Facebook which I get will be different from ads which you get. So those are all marketing strategies based on the age, gender, your region, and everything. So you cannot go and say the whole world is my market. It never happens. So you must have a targeted group as your market. So all these things will be judged here on this particular portal, and you will get chance to provide or to present your idea. Okay. So these are the timelines. I wanted to show this because it's open around the year, but the evaluations happen during the months or during the time which is given there. Okay, so you can always browse and you can see whether it will be useful. It is definitely going to be useful, and you will get a very good opportunities through this particular portal. Okay, then there is something called as National Startup and Innovation Policy. I will not go and read the slides, but what I will tell you is this particular policy, when an institution is adopting this particular policy, we are bound to provide some facilities to our students and our improve in our innovation and startup culture. Okay, so there are three main points. Like firstly, formation of the policy. Then there are norms for faculty and students. Like faculty can also have their startup, and student can also have their startup. Institution will support both of them in creating the startup culture. Then incubation and pre-incubation support. We are lucky enough to have PCIE in our campus. So lots of incubation and pre-incubation support is provided there. You will get office space, you will get maybe some funding, you will get opportunities to present your ideas. And then of course there are latter part where IP generation would be there, like intellectual property would be generated. And as a student, you can take main stake will be yours, and the institute which is supporting you will have some ownership of that particular product or IP. Okay, so finally, what they judge by doing all these things is entrepreneurial performance impact assessment. So by doing everything, all these things, institute is judged based on this particular thing, and they are ranked all over the India. Okay, so there are some features like firstly, we are as an institute, we should have some funds from our annual budget given to innovation and startup, like for these particular events and activities, or some startup fairs or melas or everything. For arranging that, we should have minimum 1% of the budget. Okay, and there are also provisions. This is mainly for faculty. There are also provisions to take a year break. Like you can, if you want to have your own company, you can go work on your own company for a year, and you can come back and join the college after getting a streamline. For students also, you can take a semester break. It is allowed, it is written in the policy, only when the institute adopts it, obviously, and you can work on your business idea. Okay, and IPR and all, like how much stake institute can take, and how much is there for students. Okay, and then based on some, there has to be some payment or some financial model to that. Like for if you use our institution facility, institute may charge something nominal for you to use that, and for all the support you get. Okay, so this is something called as next program is Kapila, Kalam program on IP literacy and awareness. So under this, what is happening is, as Richa madam has shown one graph, we are lacking in patenting. India is lacking in patenting. China is much ahead. So what government wants us to do is to file more and more patents. By doing this, we cannot just go and file the patent. We need to invent. And when we invent something, then only we can file the patent and get those IPs, and then all ownership will be with us. So under this particular scheme, institute can file maximum 20 patents, out of which 10 patents will be funded by the Ministry of Education. Okay, so one out of two filed patents will get funding of 28K each, 28,000 each. So if institute files 20 patents, 10 would be funded, and that will be 2.8 lakh rupees, 2,80,000 rupees will be like institute will be funded. Then there is something called as National Innovation Contest. one of our groups from Pillai College of Engineering went to the national level and they won this competition. So under this, it is a year-long competition. All the stages of startups will be tested. You will be tested thoroughly. Students will be. This is for students mainly, and you will receive training, exposure, mentorship, guidance, funding opportunities, incubation linkage, and every support which is needed to have a startup in place. Okay, so regional, national level recognition, and maybe in due course they will add this kind of achievements as credits in your regular degree. So these things are going to come afterwards, and you will get some points, and you will be interacting with the investors through this. So these are the initiatives which we wanted to convey to you as an institute, as a faculty members, as well as a students. So I hope your institutes and you students take benefit of all the opportunities which are provided by the Ministry of Education, and at least like aim for the stars, you will at least land on the moon. So thank you very much for giving us opportunity to present our thoughts and whatever we have studied through the Innovation Ambassador training. And these are our email IDs. If you need to contact, or if you need some more information regarding all this, we are always available on email. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now I request Mr. Bala Shankar sir to give vote of thanks. Bala sir.
Unmute Bala sir.
Oh.
You're muted.
Now can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir, we can hear.
Okay, so good evening, one and all present here. Respected Director of PIMSR, Dr. Chandran, honorable guests and innovation ambassadors, Dr. Richa Agarwal and Dr. Avinash Vaidya, and all the faculty and students. It is such an honor for me to get the opportunity to thank you all. On behalf of PIMSR, I would like to express my gratitude to all the esteemed delegates of the webinar for their presence and contribution to make this webinar a great success. Talking about the takeaways today, Dr. Richa Agarwal brilliantly explained the importance of innovation in monetary terms. Dr. Agarwal led us on the path of innovation by explaining about phases of the startup, funding, technology readiness level, and also India's global standing on this matter. Thank you, Dr. Agarwal, for the highly informative discourse. The words of Dr. Avinash Vaidya must have really inspired all of you students when he pointed out that most of the innovators will be found in institutions like us rather than the IITs. He also explained the various initiatives taken by the MOE Innovation Cell, Yukti 2.0, which includes information opportunities for funding, pitching, networking, etc. And also about NISP and also Kapila under the encouragement of the Government of India. Finally, I would like to thank the management of PIMSR, our director, Dr. Chandran, and PIMSR IIC committee members, Dr. Selina Joy, Dr. Shahida Sheikh, and Dr. Betty Sibel, who helped in making this event a success. I would also like to thank Dr. Ashish Tripathi, whose technical support has always been highly valuable. I would also like to thank all the students who I'm sure have really gained enough knowledge on the concept of innovation and startups to start thinking about being entrepreneurs from today itself. Thank you once again and have a great day, everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. Selina ma'am, let's have a screenshot, a small pic. Viewers, can we have the cameras on?
Thank you, Vaidya sir and Richa ma'am. Very crisp, very nice, and very I've asked Avinash sir to share the presentation also. We'll share it with the class, and our students can really, some of them who also have family businesses can take some ideas and how to extrapolate on those ideas, or even if they have new ideas, we'll definitely take it on. I just want to tell the whole class, it's with the help of Avinash sir, whom we trouble at every single moment, that our IIC is up and running. We're always asking for his help, and he's been very, very helpful to help us set up the IIC and really take it forward. I'll take this opportunity to say thank you to both of you for that.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you,
Our
ma'am.
pleasure,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay, Shahida ma'am, we're ready for the photo.
Yeah. Albi, are you taking the principal?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye. Thank you, Shaida.
You want
And
Avinash sir
Bala
to
sir.
stay back, Richa ma'am, Shaida
And
ma'am to
Mitwai.
stay back.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we are staying.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
we are there.
Students, you can exit. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Can we stop the recording?